I want to play out once again the operative part of what DK Shivakumar said when Supriya asked him about, the Chief Ministerial face issue. Listen to that once again. Then I'm going to highlight what DK Shivakumar's strengths are, and we're also going to talk about what kind of regard he enjoys with the Congress High Command, because after all, without that, no matter how charismatic he is, he cannot be the Chief Ministerial face. But take a look first at what he said. This comment already making shockwaves across Karnataka.
There is one statement of yours being quoted in the media that you had said that it took 2 years for you to cook the food and now everybody's coming. What's your take on this statement? Did you give it? And if yes, why, sir?
See, media people are speaking on Chief Minister post. Why now? Why Chief Minister position has come now? Whether whomever may become the Chief Minister. It is when we lost our assembly by-election, when the party MLAs went out of party. No media or any other leader spoke on the Chief Minister. Now after 2 years, when the entire cadres of the party, not only myself, the entire cadre of the party collectively worked, including the leaders jointly, and now BJP and media is speaking that Congress is fighting for Chief Minister. That shows that already the BJP has lost its ground.
Brajesh Kalapa, senior leader of the Congress party in Karnataka, live with me for a quick reaction. Brajesh, welcome. DK Shivakumar in this big interview to India today, has said that the party unit is fighting as one despite, reports of a factional feud. But very importantly, that comment about having cooked the food for 2 years and now everyone is coming to eat is being interpreted by many, Brajesh, to sound like DK Shivakumar is projecting himself, even if subtly, as the Chief Ministerial face. Is that what's in the works, Brajesh?
No, I think, Shiv, first of all, I must congratulate you on your parents' anniversary. But secondly, I think, Shiv, the important thing to understand is that, it's ultimately the members of the CLP who will decide who the next Chief Minister is. And, of course, the High Command will have a role in this. So everybody, including me, may have the hope or the aspiration of becoming Chief Minister. But each one of us realizes that it's the CLP members and the High Command which finally decides the Chief Minister's position. So, I might be able to cook food, I might be able to serve food, I might be able to, take it from place to place. But ultimately, it's the long and short is it's the CLP and the High Command which decides who will be the Chief Minister. So this talk is really, is wholly, I think, first misinterpreted. Two, it is, completely unnecessary because elections are 1 year away. So let's see how the electorate finally votes. And let's see what finally happens. Because
first of all, Brajesh, thank you very much for your wishes. It sounds like, it sounds then like that the party unit is not really united then, from the sound of what you're saying.
No, the party unit is completely united. Both of them have been working together. Mr. Shivkumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah have been cabinet colleagues for really long now. And whenever there was an important election to face, even when Mr. Chief Minister, Siddaramaiah was Chief Minister, he would always send Mr. Shivkumar there. Why is this? So I think the media has been making too much of a small thing. And that's the media's prerogative. But honestly, there is hardly anything to really speak about now.
But Brajesh, there is a sense, final question, I understand what you're saying about speculation, but there is a sense that, someone who has, worked for these few years to get the party battle ready. I'm just talking about the perception from the outside that DK Shivakumar as the state unit chief at this point of time does stand as a first among equals. So if he is projecting himself in some way, directly or indirectly, there is a sense that it's reasonable.
No, usually what used to happen earlier is that the KPCC president would always be in the zone of consideration to become Chief Minister. But so also the CLP. So ultimately, like I told you, it will be the members of the CLP and the High Command who will decide who the next Chief Minister of Karnataka will be.
Brajesh Kalapa, always a pleasure. Thank you very much for that. Brajesh Kalapa has said things which are going to be interpreted very, very, in a very meticulous manner. He says the elections are still a while away. Anybody can cook food, anybody can serve food, but ultimately it will be the Congress legislature party and the Gandhis who will decide who is going to be the chief ministerial face. Basically, Brajesh Kalapa dismissing anyone or any notion of any individual projecting himself or herself as the chief minister. That is an interesting little microcosm, viewer. I don't know if you noticed it, but what you've basically seen is DK Shivakumar have his say, somebody else from the Congress party have their say, and it shows you the divergence. It's not really a united unit going into this election. It is true that the election is 11 months away, but the point is there are very serious personal divergences, most notably between DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah. Take a look at more from this big breaking interview.
From the day one I took over the charge, I am doing the job as a Congress important functionary. From the day one, we are fighting out. It is not now to launch. The day I took Pratigna, I have taken up the responsibility collectively.
So you'll form the government in Karnataka?
I am sure the people will give a clear mandate for the Congress party to have a very strong government in Karnataka.
So will you be the chief minister?
See, chief minister issue will be only decided after we have the good solid numbers by my party high command. It is not me or anyone to decide. We may all dream of it. That is not. We should deliver first. Then let us discuss on that issue.